Real quick before we start, keep in mind some things in this video may not apply to everyone who mains these characters. Also, as of making this, I'm at 299 subs, so thank you all so much for almost 300. Anyways, let's start. People who actually main Hellember are kinda scary, especially people with the Mr. Puppet or Moonface skin. People say he's a bad hunter, but you make it seem like he's broken. You also miss your blinks quite often. You hate your life and question your choices every time you use him. You really wish he got a buff, but no, that's probably not gonna happen. You love him and think he's extremely underrated. You probably almost never get survivors to go in your traps, but when you do, you feel very proud of yourself. And you love teaching people who wait at the gate a lesson. Out of every hunter main, you're most likely to go friendly prob because of Rose Kane. You get mad when survivors actually know how to avoid the foggy blades. And a lot of you just love flexing your skins using the visit standby. You really wish she wasn't nerfed so much and wasn't so slow at basically every interaction possible, such as breaking pallets and going over windows. You probably saved for her S tier for months, or are still saving right now. You munch on pallets, miss attacks, and get bullied for a living. And you probably want every skin she has, even though you'd only ever use one of them. And you probably want her to get even more. Or you actually do own almost all her skins. If that's the case, and you also have her visit motion, then, same as Ripper, you will spend the whole waiting time flexing all your skins. You rely on White Guard's charged hitbox way too much. But who can blame you when it's the only hope you have in early game? There's a good chance there's one of the forms you like much better, and use it way more than the other. You love jump scaring the survivors. You probably get bullied a lot, but not as much as geishas. Whenever a cipher pops before the photo world ends, you get very frustrated. And you very likely main Embalmer, and or have Joseph or Aesop in your username. You don't exist. JK. There's a pretty high chance you either play as him to get a badge, or just because you know barely anyone else uses him. And you love how survivors aren't prepared to be facing you. You overestimate your hitbox way more than you'd like to admit. You wish the tentacles hitbox wasn't so random, and that they stopped missing the survivors, or right next to it. You've also sometimes trigger the wrong tentacle because of the game auto selecting the wrong one, and you're probably waiting for a new skin like I am, but have no hope. You probably have quite a lot of skill. You love being able to spam Blink or Patroller. And you get frustrated when the survivors remove the leech you're controlling. As much as you love all the speed boosts he gets, you'd much rather the souls actually hit the survivor instead of giving you a boost. You probably love him a lot and wonder why more people don't main him. You really want him to get buffed in some way. You're probably a reptile person and for own what IRL. And you probably hate a lot of the maps. You either destroy everyone, or everyone destroys you. Your skills with the mirror are completely random every match. You either do them perfectly, or miss every single one. And you hate stunners that cancel your mirrors. Also, you're really scared of pallets. You place like 800 bombs on the chairs. You find him really fun to use, but wish he had a better hitbox. And you love his window animation, and wish it didn't change with his skins. You're very likely a cat person and own at least one cat IRL. Somehow, even when the survivors are stunned and standing still, you still often miss your attacks, which allows them to run again. You hate when the survivors actually know how to kite you. You probably love his humming and find it relaxing to listen to while you're playing. And you probably wish you had his hair. You also have pretty good aim most of the time. You find it funny how she can go up the stairs with her wheels so easily. You sometimes accidentally help the survivors kite you by making the statues push them away but not actually take damage. You sometimes wish you were able to pick the survivors up to stop them from crawling out of the gate. You hate how easily you're dodged. And you really want a new skin for him because most of you are stuck in his default skin. No matter how good you are, you still sometimes roll into objects and get stuck every once in a while. And you often end up chasing survivors in circles. But you probably still win most of the time. You're probably one of those people who give off mermaid vibes and love everything to do with water. You really wish you could have her limited S tier if you didn't get it. And you're really sick of being blocked in rank all the time. Wouldn't be surprised if Nayad's main stopped doing hunter rank altogether. And also you blink fail more than any other hunter. You were very happy when he got buffed. Or you only started maining him after the buff. You probably find shooting the whack satisfying, but really annoying to do sometimes. You probably suck at aiming attacks so decided to main the auto-aim hunter. A lot of the time survivors you play against have no idea how to kite you, but the ones who do will bully you and make you want to cry. You love how much control you have, especially being able to block the ciphers and gate, and undo pallets. If you have her S tier, then you're probably really scary. You probably like and hate the shared damage between survivors. You like it because it gets you free knockdowns sometimes, but then you also don't like sometimes having to hit the survivor more than twice to get them down and being kited for over 2 minutes because of this. Are there actually already people who main him? You obviously either got ridiculously lucky or are rich, unless you're watching this after Thursday. You also love teaching survivors who wait and the gate a lesson, and being able to slow down other survivors' speed boosts, such as Composer. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope this was somewhat entertaining. In case you haven't seen, I've also done this for survivors, so I'll link both those videos in the comments.